getting that glitch again. I'll fix it, people. It's really strange, that little glitch in the corner of your video. Now it's gone away.
Oh, really? The little where it flashed me up there every once in a
Yeah,
while?
I don't get it.
That's so weird.
I got an email. Somebody said they're just trying to figure out what it is. I'm like, I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It's this new version of XSplit has a problem. Okay. Oh, I have to announce something on TMS. We have heard requests, and they're adding Vincent to... Oh, I'll say that, too. Adding Vincent 2.0 levels to the KS today. Check that out. Okay. I think we're ready.
If you're sure. If
Not
you are
entirely.
certain.
Not entirely, but it's okay. We're going to make this work. All right, Brian, here we go. I'm ready to go. And you're ready to go. And we're ready to go. So here we go. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and hit that. Okay, great. That's up there. Great. Perfect. Okay, here we go. Begins in 3, 2, 1. Coming up on TMS, more Japan stories?
Who is this guy in jail?
No more Back to the Future.
Suicide Squad needs therapy.
Where needs therapy? That's a great song. 4,400 people can't be wrong.
Trump is a dingus.
Recommendals.
Tom's Tech Time.
Your emails and more on this episode of The Morning Stream.
Almost home. Chocolate chip cookies that taste almost homemade.
These are great. I can almost taste the recipe.
You're tasting their great chocolate. Deep, dark, richer chocolate.
I taste molasses.
I have never tasted chocolate like this in a chocolate chip cookie.
I taste brown sugar.
This is premium chocolate.
Almost home chocolate chip cookies. You can almost taste the recipe. You can definitely taste the chocolate.
I used to bake chocolate chip cookies like this.
Baby like water.
The morning stream. The morning stream. The morning stream. The morning stream. The morning stream.
The Morning Stream. Now gluten-free.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to The Morning Stream, TMS for short, for Wednesday, July 1st, 2015.
It's a new month, Scott.
Oh, this month scares me. It's
Yeah.
a scary month. I got a Kickstarter in the middle of stretch goal land, and I got a...
What NORAD level are we at with your panic?
Let's
What
put
color?
it at... so let's say Barry Corbin came out and assigned it a number.
right.
And said, boys, we need to set this thing to DEFCON... what does it go to? 4 is the max?
I thought there was a DEFCON 5.
Oh, okay. Let's say there's 5. I'm at DEFCON 2. Not too bad.
Okay, good.
You'll get me at 3 about a week from now, and then there's no
Wait, doesn't it go down? Like, isn't DEFCON 1?
Does it go down?
Oh, see, now I can't remember.
I thought DEFCON 5 was the high one.
Is... Let's see. No, DEFCON 5 is least severe. Yeah, to DEFCON 1 is most severe.
Oh, then I'm DEFCON 4.
Okay.
That's not too bad. That's a dumb sketch. That's a dumb... It's like first degree burns and third degree burns. I think... Wait, how does that go? No, first degree... That's the burns have it right.
Burns have it right. Yeah, it gets worse the higher the numbers go.
Yeah, can we be consistent? Land of the free?
All right,
home
so
of the
here's
brave?
something interesting. When I was looking up the DEFCON levels, right?
Yeah.
And we know they're assigned to colors. So weird, by the way.
Yeah.
DEFCON 5 is blue, then it goes green, then it goes yellow, then it goes red. But DEFCON 1 is white.
What?
So that's like white is the worst DEFCON color.
That's weird. See, they've got that all wrong, dude. They're not doing that right.
Readiness is cool. So normal readiness, above normal readiness, Air Force ready to mobilize in 15 minutes, Armed Forces ready to deploy and engage in less than 6 hours, and then maximum readiness is white. But here's the interesting thing.
Okay.
There's what's called an exercise term.
All right.
And I don't see any other definition of this, but DEFCON 5 is fade out.
Whoa.
DEFCON 4 is double take.
Okay.
DEFCON 3 is roundhouse.
So if you're at DEFCON 3, you go, ladies and gentlemen, we are at Roundhouse. We are at Roundhouse.
Exactly.
Okay.
DEFCON 2 is fast pace. And DEFCON 1 is cocked pistol.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Gentlemen, we're at cocked pistol. That
We're
sounds
at cocked
terrible.
pistol.
I don't like it. Pistol's pretty good, too. All right. Well, we try to learn things on the show too, not just be funny and have fun. It's also a place to learn.
Now you know. If you hear Anderson Cooper all of a sudden saying, "I think we're somewhere between roundhouse and fast pace," you know it about a DEFCON 2.5.
I have a very brief announcement before we hear day 3 of Brian's stories from Japan.
Okay. Right.
That announcement is this: the Kickstarter for the book, which went incredibly well and fast, and I'm super stoked about it, is already creeping very quickly toward its first stretch goal. And that's great. Keep it going, folks. myextralife.com/Kickstarter/book. Sorry. Here's the thing, though. There's a section or a package called the Vincent that has sold completely out. They're basically let's see. Dave tells me
it's a little robot that goes into black holes, right? That's
well, close, very close. But also, it's the artist edition of the book, which has sold out. If you go to the site and read it, you'll read all about it. They sold out of those real quick, and we didn't expect that. So we've heard you. Help, we've heard you. You're now going to get Vincent 2.0 levels being added today, so watch for that today for those who may have been interested. Brian, it's almost time. I say almost because I got to get a little theme up here. Time for Japan Stories Day 3.
Suppose you tell me when the war is going to end. This one against the Japs, I mean.
You know, the one against that.
You can't even say it, can we?
It's hard to say it. I mean, listen, God bless the people from the 40s, but woo,
right?
Hard to say it today. Anyway, so how'd we do? What'd you do? Give me a third story.
So I'm going to tell you really quickly about our Sunday. Okay. So our Sunday basically was experiencing Shibuya, which is, if you've seen this Shibuya Scramble, it's this big crosswalk. And it's one of the things that makes the city of Shibuya famous. It's lots of shopping areas, lots of department stores. And but there's this crosswalk that when all the cross, the little walking men, the little white walking men appear on the LED displays, you see thousands of people all like crisscrossing all at the same time. This thing is huge, and they all crisscross over each other. So you're crossing perpendicular to the street, you're crossing XYs across the street, and it is nuts.
Okay.
So that's the Shibuya crosswalk.
I've heard of this before, but I didn't know it was actually a crosswalk. I've just heard the term Shibuya a lot.
Yeah, Shibuya. The Shibuya Scramble is what it's known as.
All right.
Shibuya also has a Tower Records, which you don't see too many of in the U.S.
By the way, I get the Shibuya Scramble every time I go to Denny's.
It's the
really
best
good
thing, right?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, delicious. So they have a Tower Records there, and Tristan wanted to look for some Japanese imports of bands that he likes. I decided, you know what? I'll do the same thing. Big mistake.
Oh, no. All right.
I found the J-pop various artists section and was just browsing the spines. And it's funny how you get these, it's all in Japanese, but the one word they don't include in Japanese is the word cover.
Okay.
Or tribute.
Okay.
So sight or music unheard, sight unseen.
Yeah.
These are still wrapped in their plastic. I have not even listened to all these. This is a stack of about 10 CDs that I bought that all say like cover blah 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 and tribute, Radiohead tribute.
Yeah.
With language that I can't understand. So tons of these that I have not even
That's great.
unwrapped yet that I can't wait to listen.
Did you have any trouble getting all your stuff packed in home? Like, I know when you go in a place like this, you want to bring a lot of crap home. Did you?
It's funny. We have an extra large suitcase, or like I wouldn't say extra large, but you've got your small carry-on rolly bag kind of ones, right? Your rolly suitcase, and then you've got like a medium one, and we all had medium ones, and then we brought one extra large one, and we put one of the medium suitcases in the large one. So basically, we showed up in Japan with an extra suitcase.
Oh, okay.
Because we thought, all right, we're probably gonna have a lot of stuff we're gonna want to bring home.
But was it? I mean, you used it to put things in it. It wasn't just light, and when you got there, I mean.
Well,
did you pack your things in it? Like spread your stuff out?
We were going to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So like all the things we bought, it's funny because we didn't need to, and Tina and I both decided the day that we were leaving and we were packing stuff up, I've never really liked this suitcase. Me neither. Let's just leave it here in the hotel.
Oh my gosh, you left it in Japan.
We left it in Japan. We decided, why haul this thing back? We don't need it. I mean, all the stuff that we bought, we were actually able to fit in our bags, and we have a little handheld scale that you can use to lift up your bag that tells you how heavy it is.
Yeah.
So we got everything to like 48 pounds.
Wow.
And but Tristan had enough room in his suitcase because he only brought heavy metal band T-shirts and shorts. Smart kid.
Like you do.
So we had enough room in all three of our suitcases to bring back all the stuff we bought, including this brick of CDs and all this, all these little tchotchkes. Let me tell you, man, the Japanese have got this thing figured out with these capsule machines. You know how you go to the grocery store, and as you're walking in, you've got all the gumball machines, and then maybe you've got one that has little plastic capsules with sticky hands in it that you use to like grab a piece of paper from across the room.
Right. The things my kids used to beg me to do every time we went there. Right. Yeah.
In Japan, they have walls of these things, right? Walls of these.
And they're full-size vending walls, like big giant machines, right?
They are big giant machines, and this is separate from all the other vending machines, by the way, which are incredible. They're vending machines, but they're all filled with these little capsules, and each one is like a series of 6 things that you can collect, or 5 or 6 or whatever. And some of them are Pokemon, and some of them are Mario themed. I got hooked on these stupid little like kimono girl ones that come with shot glasses. Let's see if I've got.
I mean, they'll put whole cell phones in these vending machines, right?
Oh, yeah. They used to actually have one that sold used women's panties, but that's a whole different story.
What? Did you see this?
No, they don't.
I know
have
we've
those
talked.
anymore,
I think we've even talked about it before, but yeah, they'll put some pretty weird, fetishy, weirdo things in these machines.
Totally, yes. Yeah, so the ones I got are these little Japanese women in kimonos, and you can put them in a shot glass and they kind of hang over the side. Like that. So it looks like she's in a little hot tub.
Yeah, a little hot tub kimono
with
lady.
A bottle of sake.
Wow.
So I bought a whole mess of those. Tristan bought a bunch of like some weird stuff. Oh yeah, there was one I got. Shoot, do I have that over here?
Oh, by the way, news just in. Japan has cut all diplomatic relations with the United States, citing a tourist left his bag in a hotel room.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Totally
That's
sure.
it. All that friend making since World War II, it's all thrown away because Brian left his Samsonite over there or whatever.
There's one other one I bought that was like a cat in a pancake. So like there was a whole capsule machine where all the different ones you could get were cats inside pastries and breakfast things. So one of them was a cat in one of those taiyaki fish waffles like I talked about yesterday.
Yeah.
Another one is a cat in a couple of pancakes. So it's like pancake, cat, pancake, butter and syrup on top.
Wow. Well, if there's one thing you can say about these vending machines,
there's different flavors that you can get.
That's the truth.
Certainly are.
Wow.
So loved those things. Well, our capper on Sunday was was the Robot Cabaret, and this was something that
this is the one you sent me a little video clip of.
Yes. This is something that we'd seen on Anthony Bourdain, smug a-hole who I wish I had his life kind of thing. Actually, I really like the guy, but he does come across like a smug a-hole. He talked about this, and then a couple people emailed me when they found out I was coming to Japan and said, okay, here's one thing you must do. It's called Robot Cabaret. And what this is, and I've talked a little bit about this on the show, it is a show, a nightly show in Shinjuku where scantily clad women ride around with neon on giant robots that kind of look like they're from the New Orleans festival parade thing, the Fat Tuesday parade, Mardi Gras, battling giant pandas and other robots. It's a whole,
and there's like Superman logos on some people, and there's like weird cross license things that I doubt are actually licensed.
Yeah, they were skirting copyright. They weren't even skirting. They were flagrantly crossing copyright issues left and right. So
and there's very much like kind of that Spider-Man kind of
very
thing.
Much. Yeah. There's a lot of that everywhere too. I mean, it's almost like the Wild West out there with copyright things, because they'll use logos. We saw, like Big Apple Sushi or something, and it had a picture of the Apple logo, like the old rainbow Apple logo. Like, no one's gonna recognize that in Japan, right?
Yeah, right.
like we're totally in it, and I'm sure they're around for a while, but
that's hilarious.
But this thing was the topper. They used the Jurassic Park theme. They used music from Spirited Away and a couple other Miyazaki films. The women at the end came out wearing Superman logos and dancing to Miko Star Wars theme or something like that. It's insane.
So
it is totally insane.
It's so weird to me that they would have these robots with Superman logos with girls while the Jurassic Park theme plays.
Yeah, right. Exactly. It's
so
just
weird.
It's just, this seems like a good combination. Let's do this. And this won't sound like Kung Fu Panda at all if we have this panda running around doing kung fu and attacking everything. And
yeah. I mean, is it clear or obvious when you're in Japan and not just not just the parts that cater to tourists that they really have mashed up a lot of American culture into their own? Does it feel like that kind of
it does
all over?
It does in some areas. It does more in the touristy areas for sure.
Right.
But
it's so weird to me.
Just in other areas walking through, you see things that are kind of like, oh yeah, that kind of looks like a McDonald's logo, or
right.
it just seems like it's untouched land out there. It's unmanaged.
It's the wild east, really, in some ways.
Exactly.
Yeah, very strange, man. So you didn't have the food there. You're saying yesterday it wasn't any good.
No, I hear the food was bad. So we actually went to. Oh man! All right, so you go. This is what's really cool about this place, and if I had another week in Tokyo, it would have been just all. I'd come home like 300 pounds heavier because it would be all food. Like you go down these alleyways, and in New York you'd be afraid to walk down alleys, right?
Right.
Here it's like storefronts and alleys, restaurant fronts and alleys, because
too.
it's the only space they can get. And we found this chicken barbecue, this yakitori place. In this alley in Shinjuku, just fantastic. We wanted to go to what's called the Golden Guy District, which I know sounds worse than doesn't sound
the
right.
Golden Guy District.
Golden Guy District, but it's GAI, Golden Guy, which is a bunch of little tiny bars and yakitori restaurants. Now, yakitori is the chicken that they have on skewers. I don't know what they do to this stuff, but they make it incredibly tasty. Like so good. Sure. I don't know what the seasoning. I mean, it's just perfectly cooked, and the flavors and stuff. The chicken place we went to, we had some of that. We also had some deep fried chicken, so I had the breading on it and stuff. And the one I ordered actually was like, we're giving you all the chicken, basically. So it was like there were pieces of thigh meat deep fried. There were pieces of leg meat deep fried. You got the gizzards, you got the heart, you got and cartilage too, like deep fried chicken cartilage, which I couldn't do. Yeah, I was like, this is just too. I can't bite through this, and I can't.
I had something similar to that in China, and it was terrible. So you made the right choice.
Yeah. Decided to skip that. But man, it was so the food.
Yeah.
Again,
I don't think you'd come home huge. I think you'd because look how skinny everyone in Japan is. I think that food. There's just not a lot of fat food. Even tempura is not that fattening.
Right. Yeah, and it's not. There's not a lot of processed crap in it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's these guys are doing it right. There isn't a lot of corn filler and junk like that.
Yeah,
and the food out there.
They know what's up. Giant lizards and good food. Man.
And rice and raw fish. Come on. I mean,
Jurassic
can't
Park.
get a whole lot healthier than that.
Superman, Jurassic Park mashup. Makes perfect sense to me. Well, that's great, man. That's cool. I promised Kim I'm going to take her to Japan one day.
It's amazing.
Did you do any taxis and see the white gloves and the doilies and all that?
Yeah. Oh yeah, the taxis are crazy. So the taxis, the white gloves, right? And all right, here's the thing. And I pointed this out to Tina. I said, how is this even possible? So you go to the conveyor belt sushi place in one of these towns, Shinjuku, for example. And you get to the front, and she says, "Oh, 3 of you? Okay, follow me." Right? She's saying that in English. It's broken English. It's obviously not her first language, but she recognizes that you're American or English speaking. Maybe you're Australian, British, whatever, and automatically speaks it to you. We get in the car in a taxi at Tokyo Station to go to our hotel.
Yeah.
And we have to have somebody come over to tell the guy Prince Park Tower Hotel. Like a taxi driver. You think if there's anybody in Tokyo who's going to know at least a passing
that's odd.
few words of English, it's going to be the taxi drivers. We actually had to have the concierge when we left the hotel to go to a restaurant.
Maybe he was new? Was he new?
Yeah, it would happen more than once. It was multiple taxi drivers.
Very odd.
But they do have the white gloves, and they have the doors that open and close automatically.
Yeah.
So they can be sitting in their driver's seat and hit a little button, and the back door opens. And apparently, you're not supposed to close it or open it yourself.
You just get in and they shut. Yeah,
exactly.
It's like Johnny Cab half step. We're almost there.
We're almost there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
Very cool. I love all this stuff. Maybe even tomorrow we'll have some more.
We'll have some more for sure.
I got a funny story to tell you.
Tell me.
My daughter, my gosh, the other night cracked us up so bad. And this may only be funny to me. I don't know.
Okay.
Carter, very intelligent girl. She's, she graduated with awesome grades, going to college this fall.
Course,
Super excited, all that. We're sitting around and we're playing a game we're playing poker. All right. Everybody's over at the house on Monday. The kids were all there. Dylan was there, and we were playing poker after dinner. We do Monday nights together. It's fun. So we're hanging out. We're playing poker, and these poker cards we had are mobster poker cards. So on the fronts of them, it's like, here's Slick Willie Jensen who killed 20 people back in...
It's like a true crime set of cards,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Okay.
So, so you've got famous ones like...
Bugsy Malone.
Bugsy Malone, and I can't think of what's his freaking name? The most famous one.
Babyface...
what's...
Al Capone?
Al Capone, jeez. Okay. Like I was saying, whose vault did what's his name not find? Anyway, so there's all these faces, and then there's crime scenes, like a guy, hunched over his spaghetti after a hit, some mob hit or whatever.
Oh, nice. Oh, really? So it's like the police photos and
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah. It's pretty grisly. I'm kind of surprised. And I don't know where we got them, at a garage sale or something. They were just cheap. Okay. So we're playing with these cards, and we're trying, and as one would come up that we didn't recognize, somebody would go, let's see, who is that? Oh, that's Lucky McGee and his whatever band of whatever, right? Like some strange name, and we'd go, oh, that's interesting, and he was from Jersey, or this guy was from Boston, or whatever. He's Italian. He's not Italian. He's Irish. And then we'd keep playing poker. Well, at one point, somebody saw one of a guy in a jail cell and said, I think Taylor or somebody said, who's that? And Carter goes, let me see. And she grabs the card, and with all earnestness, she looks at the front of it, and she goes, this person's name is Narcotis something. And I said, what? She goes,
Narcotis?
It is Narcotis. And she said it in that voice. And I grabbed the card, I go, Narcotis. And it says some guy's name arrested for narcotics.
Oh.
And she was so earnest about it. And the way she said Narcotis had everybody at the table unable to breathe with laughter. And I don't know why it was so frickin' funny. But something about her calling this guy Narcotis just put us into a fit. And it was the funniest night of cards I've ever had in my life. So spend time with your kids, play a lot of cards. You never know what'll happen.
That's funny. When at Tokyo Disney, Tristan and I ran off to go get treats while there was some big long line for some ride we were waiting for, and we were like, let's get something to eat. So we ran over to a pastry vendor and got a couple of these apricot maple pastries, which were great.
Right.
Brought them back over to Tina, and she says, oh, great, what flavors are these? And I said, oh, it's apricot maple. It's an apricot maple pastry. And she goes, what? I said, it's an apricot maple pastry. She goes, oh, I thought you said it's a paper cut maple statement. Apricot maple pastry.
Ew.
Paper cut.
That's foul.
Delicious.
Don't eat that. That seems like a bad idea. Oh, speaking of bad ideas, I wasn't supposed to eat last night, and I did.
Oh, no. What did you eat?
Well, the insurance people came in to do...
well, then, of course, you have to eat.
Well, you're not supposed to eat the night before because you're supposed to have fresh blood in the morning or whatever. That's not tainted with any food, and so I was supposed to not eat after a certain time, and I forgot and did.
It's just funny. The insurance people came over, so we had to eat.
Well, this lady shows up at 6:30 this morning to take blood and pee. That was her job. It's the whole life insurance thing because we just switched policies. Our old policies were dumb, and we decided to move to better ones. So we did that. She came in with her little cups and her little vials and everything, and she's making me pee and do my stuff, right? She didn't have to watch. That was nice. Thank you very much for not watching me pee. But also she's really vague about the results. Like you're supposed to have the cup shows a little number on it, and I don't know what that number represents. Maybe the chat room can key in on this. Is that like acidic level? Is that like something else? Is it how?
So it automatically showed a number, like as soon as you peed into it?
Yeah, like a little, those fish tank thermometers that are
stickers? On the fish tank, yeah, that have the change, right.
Like a little thermal tape or whatever. It's like that. And
Well, what number were you?
I was between 5 and 6.
Ooh.
And I don't know. That's my point. I don't know what that means.
I think that's somewhere between half cocked and free ride, I think is what it is.
I was afraid you would say that. No, she didn't, and she wouldn't tell me what that meant. I just, because Kim's is between 3 and 4, and I said, well, why am I so much higher? She's like, oh well. I mean, she doesn't have anything to say about it.
People
Then
in the chat room are saying pH levels. Probably.
Okay, so is that high though? Is that high pH? I don't know.
I don't know.
I've been drinking a lot of water lately.
Oh no, you're the one with the hot tub. What do you?
I don't have that anymore. It's gone.
Oh yeah.
So okay, so the important part was this. This is 6:30 in the morning. Everyone's pooped. Kim's wearing a Blizzard T-shirt.
Okay.
And the lady goes, "What do you do for Blizzard?" And Kim goes, "Oh, nothing. It's just a shirt we got from them." Oh well. Wait, do you know about World of Warcraft and Diablo? And she starts just getting all excited.
Really?
And
okay.
I went, well, a little bit. I said, yeah, I do a show, and we go to BlizzCon, and we know those people, and they send us shirts and cool stuff, and she flipped out. She's all into Diablo, like can't stop playing
Wow,
Diablo, loves it,
really?
constantly with her husband. It's her favorite game ever. She played WoW for 5 years. She loves it. She saw the Horde symbol on my wallet and just about lost her mind. And I said, this is the strangest blood pee taking experience I've ever had. So at the end, after she took my blood and pee, which by the way did not come from the same orifice, I just want that to be clear. I didn't get pee and blood from the same place.
Yeah.
I gave her a little Tyrael pop toy that I had an extra one of. And,
nice.
Yeah, so it was a nice little moment today, but I still don't know why I have level 5 pee.
So pH, so 7 is like tap water.
Okay.
Is pH level 7. Here, let me pull this back up because I was looking at this.
Oh, good. You know that. Okay, it's like DEF CON levels. What do we got here? Tell me what 5 is.
Hold on. I'm finding that there was a really good chart I had on my screen a minute ago. Here we go. All right, so you're
I'm neutral.
Where were you?
I'm
You were
between 5 and 6. Yeah.
Okay, so you were between cooked beans and processed juices.
What the crap?
So it's like going from top to bottom. So middle of it is 7.0. That's neutral pH. So like tap water, butter, cream, milk, margarine, all those have a neutral pH.
So if I was 1, I'd be like battery acid.
Yeah, I think so. Colas are even like 2.3. They're off the chart.
And if I was alkaline, I'd be
like 3.
Yeah. Oh, that's not. So Kim is between tobacco smoke and. No wait, she's 4 and. She was about
between
around
4 and 5. So
yeah.
between 4 is like coffee, wheat, popcorn, cranberries, beef, prunes, most nuts.
But what does it mean if you have these numbers in you, though? I mean, it doesn't mean that hey Scott, all of your pee is popcorn. So
the way it works is that the acidic pH versus alkaline pH. So as you everything below 7 is acidic, everything above 7 is alkaline.
All right.
And it takes 20 parts of alkalinity to neutralize 1 part acidity in the body. So in other words, if you've got a very high acidic pH in your body, you want to start eating foods like raw zucchini and mangoes and tangerines and fruits like that.
Okay.
If you've got a high alkaline pH, then you want to have more of the sugars and the
oranges,
starches and things like that.
Sure, stuff with acid.
Here's a chart. Here's a handy chart that you can use at home to.
You're so far more professional than the blood lady today.
She's like, I don't know, 5, 6, whatever. It's all good.
She was skilled with the needle though, man. She did the best blood drawing I've ever had.
Really?
I didn't feel it. It didn't leave a bruise. It was super easy. Pulled out a ton of blood. It was fantastic, man.
Wow.
Yeah, she can do that, and she can kill Malthael with a wizard.
With the single stroke of her sword.
It's pretty impressive. All right, we've gone on long enough without Daryl. Let's get him in here.
I wonder what Daryl's pH level is.
Battery acid or bleach. I guess
47.
Bleach.
His pH level is 47.
It says drain cleaner and bleach are on the high end of the alkalines thing. And if you're eating that, you're in trouble, man.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, my chart I'm looking at is all chemicals, not foods, as comparisons, which is kind of interesting. Who would have thunk it? Ladies and gentlemen, it is Stump a Trek Nerd, brung to you by
Did you know that in Japan there are banishment rooms where undesirable employees are sent to force them to quit rather than firing them and paying benefits? Did you also know that you can get the Nerdtacular 2015 coin over at fantasycoin.com? Well, you can.
Wow. I didn't know that was true of Japan. Is that true?
I had no idea either. I knew there was the, we talked about the crying hotels, like where women can go and cry.
Yeah, they let them actually be emotional for once.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
But hadn't heard about the banishment rooms.
That's really weird.
You're going to the shoe.
Listen, Miyamoto, we're sick of Zelda games. Go in this room and cry.
That's right.
Or wait, I got it mixed up again. All right. Hey, Daryl, how you doing?
Hello.
What's your pH balance? Do you know?
Oh, I have no idea.
All right, just taste a little pee and let us know.
It's probably coffee. Whatever coffee is, that's what it is.
That would have been the best story to tell ever, is if I peed in that cup, brought it in, and she just dabbed a finger in it and tasted it and went, yeah, it looks like you're about a 6 or a 7. That would have been funny. Daryl Skeels is on the line, everybody. He's the Trek nerd, and he comes on the show, does Trek trivia for funsies. Sometimes we shake it up, do other things, but it's still Trek this week, and it's really fun, and we enjoy it. So he's here. Daryl, you ready for your question?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, whether you're ready for it or not, you're going to get it.
Yeah, you're going to get it either way. What episode of The Next Generation does this clip come from? So it's a clip episode. Here you go.
I feel your confidence.
I'll let you have more. That's not
it?
That's too short. I'll give you more.
Your arrogant resolve. It excites me.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Oh,
Okay, I
hoppa.
think I know.
Oh man. Here. Remember this?
I should be feeling uncomfortable with all the changes in my body.
My body.
My
All the
body.
changes in my body.
So, I speaking the way people say weird words. You know how I told you that Tim Cook always says products instead of products? Like,
Oh, yeah. And you even played that for me. It
we're
was
very
bizarre,
excited
yeah.
about all our new products. Now people are sending me emails saying I've ruined Tim Cook for them. They can't listen to a thing without him talking about products.
Really?
Yeah. So go check it out, guys. If you haven't heard it before, go listen to Tim Cook and his new products. All right, Daryl. By the way, I got to say, and some people think I'm in the quote unquote walled garden. Some guy kept calling me out on Twitter yesterday. I ended up having to block this guy because he was trolling hard. I don't have time for brand wars anymore. You know what? I want to put a flag in the ground real quick here.
Okay. All right.
This is as good a time as any. I'm done talking about brand wars. I don't care why you think your brand X is better than brand Y. I don't care. Buy what you want, buy what you like, and like what you like. Don't tell me. Don't try to create some kind of weird Sega, Nintendo, Pepsi, Coke, freaking Chevy, Ford fight. I don't want it. I don't care. When it comes to cell phones or whatever brand of whatever. TVs, I don't care. Consoles, love your Xbox. Go for it. Love your PlayStation 4. Go for it. Quit trying to convince everybody else that they've made some horrible mistake or they live in hell because they don't have what you have. Stop it. Just stop it. Okay, there you go. That wasn't directed at YouTube, but the internet in general. It's never. It's a thing that's existed forever, and I am just going to mute or block anybody on Twitter who wants to engage in brand fights. I'm sick of them. I hate them. I can't stand them. All right. All that aside, I really like Apple Music. It's good.
Yeah, I played around with it yesterday and listened to a little bit of the radio station, which was okay.
Beats One. There's a lot of when I tuned in, there was a lot of house going on.
Oh, really? There was some hip hop going on when I was listening. It was like, all right, some of this is pretty good, and then I switched.
I could have it on. Having it on in the background's okay and stuff. I think that's actually a kind of a cool experiment. It is a little weird to see a genreless, trying to be all genres live thing happening in a world of where we're all going micro genre with on-demand content.
Yeah.
So that's a little weird, but I also kind of appreciate it in some weird ways. But what I really like are the other stations. They're basically
the ones that
just
it curates for you, based on what you like.
Yeah, well, yes. that and just the ones that are just straight up, here's 70s classic rock, and it just plays great selections of classic rock. I mean, none of these are features that are like crazily different than Spotify or anybody else, but
I do like the whole click these buttons or these circles to say what kinds of music you like, what bands you like. And what I need to do is do the search and say, all right, here's some specific bands that I really like to kind of base those on. But
yeah, I really like it though.
Can you do that with the floaty ball things? Can you put your own band in?
I think so.
I don't like
Yeah,
you can.
I was getting a lot of stuff in there too that was like, I don't even know some of these bands. But
yeah, I put in a bunch as well. It totally works.
Use the magnifying glass to search them out.
Yeah, it was no problem. And I've yet to find something that I search for that I couldn't find. They have the selection solid as you'd expect. There's no lag time to bring up songs, and you can skip around easily. I listen to NPR on there in the morning. Like it seems real solid. In a 3-month trial and only $15 for 5 people. That's insane. My whole family's going to have it.
Hopefully, there's apparently plans in the works to up the number of tracks that you can have an iTunes match, because that was always the big issue with me, is that they capped it at 25,000 songs, and that means that even if your library has more than that, you can't use iTunes Match at all. Even if I'd be happy if it said, we're just going to sync the first 25,000 songs in your library, but it won't do that. It just says, nope, we're not doing any of it because you have more than 25,000, yeah. But it looks like they're going to up those limits.
I went in very skeptically because I didn't really like iTunes Radio when it was on, and that was the thing. Just kind of whatever, and they've been sitting on their laurels for too long with regards to music, so I kind of went in a little afraid I wasn't going to be pleased, but I liked it enough that I canceled RDO yesterday, and I really dig it. And it's nice to see it go multi-platform. Android users will have it this fall, and anybody anywhere can get that damn thing. So it's cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
Apparently, according to TechSpot, they're going to increase that to 100,000 songs, the iTunes Match.
Good Lord. That's for people like you.
That's for people like me.
Daryl, people like you have stories to tell us about Star Trek history, and today something happened in Star Trek history. What was it?
Yes. Back on this day in 1999, Ronald D. Moore left Star Trek Voyager and the whole entire franchise.
Oh, that's right.
Threw his arms up and stormed out.
He said, that's it. I'm going to go make Cylons. I'm out.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you that time we saw him in Vegas for the Star Trek convention? You were there, Brian, and I was there. I saw him in the hallway and had no idea that he was only like 3.5 feet tall.
Oh, really?
A little tiny man. I mean, he's not that short, but he's super, super short. Ronald D. Moore is. And he was very friendly.
I wouldn't have expected that.
I saw him in the hall.
Pictures of him, and
I saw him in the hall. I said, I love your work. And he shook my hand. He was super nice.
Huh.
Wow. But tiny. That's like it looked like you could stack 3 Ronald D. Moores for every one of me. It's very weird.
In pictures, it looks like his neck is really thick.
It is.
Or is it just normal?
No, it's very thick. It's kind of Kardashian.
Human-sized neck on a little tiny man body.
Yeah, it's kind of Kardashian neckish a little bit. And he invented those, right? I'm pretty sure. DS9 was his baby. There you go. There you have it. Good job, Ronald D. Moore. If only Generations was a better movie, because he wrote that. All right, moving on. Didn't we just see a Film Sack movie he wrote? What was that?
Ronald D. Moore, yes, we did.
And it wasn't great.
No, it was surprisingly bad. I can't remember what it was, though.
Shoot. A recent one. We don't remember.
Yeah.
Our memories are
somebody
bad.
in
Brian's been globetrotting.
Just love his sweet, sweet beard and his almost mullet.
Yeah. That guy's great. I used to love his podcast he'd put out when BSG was still on. I used to just eat that up every time it came out.
Oh, yeah. He wrote it, right? It was something we watched that he wrote. Was it Highlander? Was it?
Oh, it wasn't Highlander. Actually.
Oh, no. It was Mission Impossible 2. He was a story writer for MI2.
Right. And that didn't hold up as well as we'd hoped.
No.
All right, Daryl, back to your question. I played a clip. Do you want to hear it one more time, or do you think you know this? Oh, I didn't give you the answer, the possible answers.
I have no choices. I might be able to get it, but you better give me a
minute. Ooh,
right.
Let's see if you can get it without choices.
Try it. Let's see. We don't do that very often.
I would guess the nth degree.
All right, well, here are your options. A, Hollow Pursuits. B, Man of the People. C, The Price. D, Eye of the Beholder.
Oh, it's not even there.
No.
E, nth degree.
There's no E.
But don't choose that one.
Yeah. So now your work's cut out for you, dude.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Deliberate.
Hollow Pursuits. It might be that one, because that's a holodeck thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what was the second one?
Second one was Man of the People.
Man of the People. Well, I don't even remember that. Sounds like a political thing.
Not to be confused with the porn adaptation called Men of the Peephole. That's a terrible dad joke. Third was The Price, and D was Eye of the Beholder.
The Price, Eye of the Beholder. I'm not even going to go through all these, just because I have no weird things to say about them.
Wow.
I'm just going to go to Hollow Pursuits. This might be a losing guess. Ooh, silence. That means it is a losing guess. I should choose one of the other two.
You choose whatever you want. You can take from that whatever you please.
That's right. We are neither confirming nor denying.
The price. What was it a price of? What were they buying?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know, but the price was right.
Price of Troy, apparently.
What is the price of Troy? If you had to
Troy ounce?
put a dollar,
do you buy by the pound?
Put
or
her a gold. Give us a gold pressed latinum value for Deanna Troy. I don't know what it would be.
How much can I get for this Deanna Troy?
How much for your body?
Okay, I'm just going to stay with my original guess, even though I probably shouldn't because of that big block of silence.
You sure? That's true. That's what you want to do?
All right, which one did you say? Which one did you say?
Hollow Pursuits is what he said.
All right, well, let's find out.
He's going to say Hollow Pursuits.
Is that the one he's saying? Jeez.
That's what he's chosen.
Can't believe he chose
God.
that. Let's find out.
Congratulations.
All right, fine.
Good.
You're a winner.
Barkley's in the holodeck in a recreation of 10 Forward where he beats up Riker, and Deanna is interested in him. Shortly after that, he gets called to the shuttle bay because he is late for work. So there's that. That was that fake holodeck crap. Wasn't actual Troy doing anything.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So she never really said that. Nicely done, Daryl. You're the Trek nerd on Twitter. Also over there on where are you on the This Week in Trek at thisweekintrek.com and the Grumpy Cast. And now, why don't you leave us with a question of some kind?
Okay. I wish my answer was narcotis, but it's not.
No, you have to say it. Narcotis?
Somebody suggested misheard Carter word or misread Carter word or Star Trek character.
That's what we were telling her, too. It had a very sci-fi bent to it.
Totally does, yeah.
Like father, like daughter.
I guess so. I do
good.
this all the time, so I told her not to feel too bad.
Yeah. So anyway, car scene in Star Trek or not?
Here's your theme. Now that's not only Don't Let Nobody Pick Your Bum, as misheard by the band, but also the Cars. And this is a car question.
Clever. Well played.
Yeah. So double whammy. All right. Sorry. I forgot the question already. What was it?
Is car scene in Star Trek or not?
Okay. Or not.
2320
Suite 88.
2320 Suite 88. So like
That's our address, not a car.
But obviously it's meant to make us think that there's a year, like it's this year for a Suite 88. 2320 Suite 88.
Okay. Oh, the year is 2320 and the car is the Suite 88.
I guess. I mean, that seems...
Suite like SUITE or SU, yeah, like a suite, like you're going to live in a suite, that kind of suite, or SWEET?
SWEET.
Oh, geez. A Suite 88?
Suite 88. I don't think that's a car.
Yeah. But remember, he's saying a car that appeared in Star Trek. So it could be a space car, like futuristic, not real car, because it appeared in Star Trek, or not. So the question isn't a real car in Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be a fake car in Star Trek.
Right. Well, yeah, of course.
Shit.
It just seems like such a dumb name.
I don't know. I don't know where to go on this.
Let's say it's. What do you feel like? It's seen in Star Trek?
Yeah, I kind of feel that way.
Yeah. All right, let's do that.
All right, we'll say it's in Star Trek.
Okay. This is just a stupid thing I made up hoping you'd fall for it.
So it's not anything then.
Not anything.
The Suite 88? You're
Stupid
fired from the show for today. Fired.
Go to the banishment room.
You're in the banishment room where you can cry with ladies.
Television highlights of the news of yesteryear.
It's the news brought to you by
Coverville. It's going to be today at 2 p.m. Mountain Time here on the coverville.com/live page.
Right on.
It's going to be the birthdays of both Debbie Harry of Blondie and Mick Jones of The Clash. He's turning 60. Debbie Harry is turning 70 today. She's 70 today. Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Still has Heart of Glass, though, and you'll hear a cover of that and more on today's episode of Coverville. The Clash and Blondie, together again.
I'm looking at her in 2013. She is still really cool looking.
Yeah.
Wow. Dude, if I could look half that cool.
I know.
She doesn't look all
she looks
fixed.
great.
She doesn't look all plasticky either.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm impressed.
She was such a hottie back in the day, too.
Oh, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Look at her in 2014 flipping off a camera.
Mm-hmm.
Just tearing it up, dude. All right.
Yep.
Back to the Future remake, Over My Dead Body, says Robert Zemeckis.
Wow. Okay.
This news will either come as a crushing disappointment for a soaring relief for fans of the classic 1985 blockbuster, but Hollywood will not be bringing Back to the Future back, at least for the foreseeable future. Zemeckis, who directed the first film and its 2 sequels, vowed that Back to the Future will never be remade in his lifetime, and hopes that his estate will figure out a way to continue blocking remakes after his death. The 63-year-old director told The Telegraph, when if asked if they could do it, he said that the original rights to the film were organized in such a way that he and co-creator Bob Gale would only ever consider signing off on a remake. They're the only 2 that could do it.
Right.
And neither of them want to.
Thank goodness. Hold out, guys.
Yeah, hold out as long as you can. It says that can't happen until Bob and I are dead, and then I'm sure they'll do it, unless there's a way for our states can stop it. I mean, to me, that's outrageous, especially since it's a good movie. It's like saying, let's remake Citizen Kane. Who are we going to get to play Kane? What folly? What insanity is that? Why would anyone do that? That's what he says.
I like the inflection you add to that.
Yeah. I made him a lot
shouting,
more.
yes.
He probably was just chill and not really
right.
mad.
Yeah, no. It doesn't need to be. I mean, all right, so maybe Back to the Future 2 wasn't the best of the best sci-fi movie ever done.
Mm-hmm.
But as a unit, as all 3 movies together as a unit,
yeah,
I think it's great. It's a great set.
I agree. And the first one is truly one of the best movies, popular culture movies ever made. So there is no need to go back to that well. Remake your Lost Boys, make another Footloose. Who cares? Those are all fine.
Sure.
Fine. But
Lost Boys would be great for a remake, although let's give it some time and let the whole Twilight vampire thing die down for a little bit.
I mean, we still need to get that taste out of our mouth, don't we?
Yeah.
Ugh. Nobody's making good vampire movies. I don't know if anyone's noticed that lately. They've all backed off. Nobody's doing it.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, ugh, can't go near this until everyone forgot.
That's right.
Suicide Squad, which is looking great, by the way, I think.
Cool.
They had to have a therapist on set because some of the actors, there was a fear that some of them would break down. According to Adam Beach, who plays Slipknot in the movie, the director brought an on-set therapist just in case any actors cracked while portraying any of the villains they played. Quote, David Ayer is about realism. That's the director. Mm-hmm. So if your character is tormented, he wants you to torment yourself. He wants the real thing. We kind of have a therapist on board if you fall off the wagon and you're really villainous.
Go full method.
Yep.
If you're on a David Ayer movie.
The actors explore very fine, thin lines going into the dark side, and he wants to make sure we finish a movie and don't disappear somewhere and then didn't show up for work. Well, that's dark.
Mm-hmm.
Therapist should come in handy with Jared Leto, who sent co-star Margot Robbie a live rat and Will Smith a dead hog as gifts. Did you hear about this?
Jared Leto. He's what a card.
He's a real card, right? He always knows what to get you on your birthday. Let's see. We don't get this movie till another year and a month, so watch for that.
I just saw Margot Robbie and Will Smith in that Focus movie. Watched that on the plane.
How was that?
That was pretty good, actually.
Huh.
I like a good, heist type movie.
Me too. I'm a huge heist fan.
But I get sick of movies where everything's a twist, like, but he knew what was going on the whole time. And oh no, she even knew that he knew what was going on the whole time and was playing him. And
was that the movie? The plot had that in there?
There was stuff like that in there. I'm being somewhat vague in case it's spoilers, but it's a fun movie, and I could watch Margot Robbie read the phone book and I'd be totally happy.
She's great.
She is.
Did they do Did they have a montage where he said, all right, here's what we're going to do?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
And they do the whole, describing it. I think they did. And it may be such a trope that I'm just visualizing without them actually having done it. But it's like, they're going to describe what we're doing as they're showing you them doing it.
Yeah.
Bill's
going to have the
following
key
behind the guy who's carrying the briefcase and checking his watch and going to this room at exactly 3:15.
Yeah, the Oceans movies decided to go full hog on that.
They were great on that, though.
Yeah, they did it well. Embrace it. You may as well, because you're making a heist movie. It makes me want to... Every time we say the word heist, it just makes me want to watch Heat again. 94's Heat.
Yeah.
Man, Heat is good.
De Niro, Pacino, Kilmer.
Yeah, young, thin, long-haired Kilmer.
Right.
Who else? Other people.
Other people.
Best bank scene in the history of film.
I want to say, what's his face was in there? Jean Reno.
Oh yeah, Jean Reno was in there. Yeah, that guy shows up everywhere. But yeah, it is the best bank heist scene in the history of films. I really believe that. Like actual scene, like shootout at a bank. Nobody has done that better.
Right.
4,400, not the TV show that was on like USA. But 4,400 actual people have lost power as a naked woman crashed into a pole.
Oh, no. Was she injured?
Nope. Well, maybe. And she's not Floridian, so that counts for something.
Crazy.
Shoreline, Washington's where this happened. A 24-year-old woman driving around the Shoreline area while naked crashed her car into a utility pole overnight, knocking out power to more than 4,400 customers. The police sergeant patrolling the area heard the crash and responded to the scene at about 2 a.m. This is last Friday. Found the car crashed into a pole. Woman inside it was completely buck. Medics responded to the scene, took the woman to the hospital for treatment of non-life-threatening injuries. So she did get hurt, but not bad.
Well, sorry.
The crash knocked out power, blah, blah, blah. Crews were called to the scene to repair the line, and everything's fine now. Blood sample was taken to determine whether drugs or alcohol played a role in the crash. I'm going to guess, just a far-out guess, that yes.
Drugs or alcohol probably related?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. If you're driving around naked and you crash into a utility pole, probably something going on.
I'm not an expert, Brian, but I just feel like there's a chance.
Yeah, sometimes you just need Denny's at 2 in the morning, and you don't want to put on clothes.
Donald Trump is entertaining the hell out of me. And I've captured some audio from his presidential announcement that I found on CNN. This doesn't count the weird video I sent you, which somebody edited brilliantly together. But I just wanted to share some of the stuff, and you guys tell me if you think he's presidential material. Here's clip number 1.
China is eating up large portions of dogs.
I don't know. I know that's out of context. That may have actually been from the weird video.
Okay, I was gonna say that's not.
I think that was from the edit. But here's more. Okay, here's one about Mexico.
When do we beat Mexico at the border? They're laughing at us.
Are they laughing at us? In Mexico, do you think?
I didn't think they were laughing at us.
Yeah, I'm trying to analyze each statement as we get them here. I don't think they're laughing. I think they're just a lot of people want to come here. I don't know that they're laughing at us though. Here's a question for you, Brian, because he makes a statement here. I want to know if he's right. So here you go.
When was the last time you saw a Chevrolet in Tokyo?
And when was the last time you saw that?
I didn't look closely. We saw a lot of jacked up Lamborghinis.
Well, I have it under. What's funny about this whole reference he makes is the Chevys and Fords are huge in other countries. He just brought up one country where they're not. So his point's kind of lost. His point.
Completely. Yeah, I don't understand what he's referring to.
It's a real problem not having Chevys in Tokyo.
It's almost like he's but it's like he's pandering to the people who'd be the most freaked out about, well, there's not, our cars should be around the world and making money and not having Toyotas and none of that foreign crap coming into our country.
He is the definition of reductive. Everything he says is reductive. Here's another bit.
Are you running?
Yes, you are running. That's not the one I wanted to play. How about this one?
Stupid.
Okay, there's that one. That's a short one. Does he like China?
I like China.
Oh, okay.
China. China.
I feel like that's somewhat offensive. Don't you think?
China.
Like the way you say it. China. Something about the American dream.
The American dream is dead.
Holy shite. What kind of people do we have on the job, Trump?
But we have people that are stupid.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Damn. Well, who do we need?
We need a leader that wrote The Art of the Deal.
Wait, that's one guy. That's you.
The Art of the Deal. Yeah, that's him. Oh, that's what we need.
Oh, hey, I got some good news for Donald Trump.
We have losers.
Okay.
We have losers.
Okay. All right. Jeez. How about this one?
Where?
Are you
Where are those losers? In China.
Are you a nice guy?
I think I am a nice person.
All right. Fine. How much money do you have?
I'm really rich.
Okay. That's it.
I'm really rich.
My favorites are
China
and whoops.
I'm really rich.
I like both those a lot. So there's your guy. We'll follow him more as time goes on. We're gonna take a break. When we come back, Nicole will be here. Tom after that, And your emails. Before that, tweakedaudio.com wants you to go and save some money. Use the code STREAM at checkout for brand new earbuds. 33% off over at tweakedaudio.com. You just fired up your favorite new streaming music service, be it Apple Music or Spotify or RDO or whoever. You need some good earbuds for that. Go there now. Tweakedaudio.com. The code STREAM for 33% off. All right, that's going to do it till we get back. Brian, you got some music for us?
I do.
Oh, good.
This one comes from Skip. We're a couple days late on this one, but I want to make sure we got this one in. He says, the 26th was our 22nd wedding anniversary. My wife is a longtime listener to TMS, and though I've just gotten the TMS bug from her, I'm a longtime listener to FilmSack. Still waiting for A Boy and His Dog. I wanted to see if you could find a cover of Accidentally in Love by the Counting Crows. We met under circumstances that neither of us were looking for anything, and we've been together ever since. Great show, by the way, and love all the people that you bring in to talk to. Thanks, and keep it up. Signed, Skip.
Thanks.
Well, Skip, thank you, man. Yeah. And congratulations on your 22nd wedding anniversary. Yeah, I love Counting Crows. I'm a big Counting Crows fan, so any chance I get to play their music. And this is, Accidentally in Love, I think, is just one of the great pop songs. It's so peppy and fun. It was one of the Shrek movies, right? Shrek 2, I think.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Used it. How about a cover of it? This one is by the Dartmouth Decibels. Yes, you can guess by that name that it's an all-female a cappella group, right? Because only a cappella groups have just these great puns in their name and the name of a college. The Dartmouth Decibels, from their 2012 album Saved by the Bells. Oh, keeping up the puns. Here's the Counting Crows, Accidentally in Love.
snuggly softness that's really less expensive. I stopped static cling. Where do you see? With me, clothes are never, ever staticky. And they're cuddle up fresh. For a snuggly soft wash, try me.
Try Snuggle Fabric Softener, an easy-to-snap-off sheets. Snuggly softness that's really less expensive.
China.
The Morning Stream. A drifter just passing through their town.
China.
All right, we're back. And we're back.
From China.
From China.
China.
He's
Who's,
the best.
Hey, Mr. Trump, who's your favorite member of Wilson Phillips?
China.
Yeah,
mine too.
Where do you, when you have people over and you need to pull out plates, do you go paper, standard porcelain, or China?
China.
Okay.
Oh, Mr. Trump, where was your hair made?
China. Stupid.
All right. What are we doing now? We're calling Nicole. That's what we're doing.
Line right there.
Yeah, that's pretty good. We're going to keep those. We'll keep those handy, folks. Just like, Third Eagle of the Apocalypse or whoever. We know a good thing when it bites us in the face. Is that the proper way of saying that? Probably not.
Right. That's exactly right, yes.
All right, it is Nicole Spag time. We got to get her added here. I'm excited about today's thing because I thought it was a weird category, but I kind of enjoyed doing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was kind of fun.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. Let's see. Maybe we should do it like we always do with one of these here deals. Welcome to the show, everybody. One Nicole Spag. Hello, Nicole.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
China.
I know you're voting for Trump. He's the first guy on your thing.
Sure, yes.
The problem is, it's like no one's worried because he's not a front runner, but I don't like any of the front runners either on either side. So it's just like I just need him to entertain me.
He's not going to make it to a ballot, folks.
No, no, he'll make it to those debates, and that'll be interesting.
Yes. Oh, the debates with him are going to be fantastic.
Yeah, the party debates, the Republican debates will be really crazy.
So many clips.
Yeah, I mean,
totally, yes.
did. It's quite possible Jon Stewart picked the absolute wrong year to leave office.
Yeah.
Or to
right.
leave office, to leave a show. I mean,
Daily Show, yeah.
Yeah, he does this.
But
he
we
either goes
have-
on vacation when something big happens or he leaves. You
We
know?
have John Oliver now.
Yeah, he's great, right?
He is wonderful.
He
I
is
love his show.
His show is really good.
Yeah.
It's like he was... I mean, here's the truth. I don't think if he had not had that deal with HBO, I think he'd have been the replacement. He just makes perfect sense. The times he stood in for Stewart, he was perfect. And it's really kind of that kind of show anyway. It's different. The format's different, in some ways. But in a lot of ways, that's basically an extension of The Daily Show. So
I read that Amy Schumer?
Yeah.
She was offered the position too.
she turned it down?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Too busy showing her boobs on Twitter. She does that a lot. She's all into that. I don't know if you noticed.
Does she really?
Yeah, her
No,
Instagram's like a lot of
So
booby
does
pictures.
what's her face?
Chelsea Handler?
Oh, you
Yeah.
know what? I might be thinking of her.
I think you're thinking of
I
her,
did that
yeah.
again,
Yeah.
Brian. We were just talking about this. I
We were
mixed
about
those two
to-
up
Yeah.
every time. All right, anyway. Nicole, it's good to have you back. How are you?
Hey, it's great to be back.
Yeah, you sound good today. You feeling good?
I'm every week feeling just a little bit better.
All right.
That adds up. So
getting to know the November. Is it November, right?
well, they've estimated November 2nd, but then I've also been told like October 29th.
Oh, my.
Which
Right.
I feel bad for Mateo because his birthday's August 28th.
Oh, man. October birthdays, man.
Octobers.
Those are fun because you got the Halloween right there.
Yeah.
Well, it's movielicious. It's not movielicious. It's recommendals. I don't know why that came out. That was weird. It's recommendals. Nicole comes on the show. We have a theme quite often, and we pick from that theme. We talk about stuff that's streaming that we like. We're into it. Today's theme was what, Nicole?
James picked movies that start with a preposition, and we had to look up what a preposition was.
I had to have a nice list in front
Yeah,
of me when I was
like,
doing
what?
my searches for movies, yes.
Yes, this is correct. I really enjoyed this one for some reason.
Really?
Searching and finding things that I liked was fun.
I did find a really good movie.
Oh, good. Well, I'm happy to hear that. I think this week, let's start with Brian.
Okay.
Brian, you want me to play your clip?
Yes.
All
You know
right.
what? We can just jump right into it because you'll probably get it from the clip.
All right, I'll give it a shot. This is about a minute long. Here you go.
What's wrong? Don't like my eggs? What? Okay. Okay, I heard you. Don't be pretending you can't talk. Listen, if you don't speak, I don't know what you want. All you gotta do is tell me anything you want. All you gotta do is make the call. This is like room service here, man. You ever been to a hotel? So what do you want, cheeseburger? Huh? No. You like caviar and shit like that, right? Cool, man. Just tell me you want caviar. Come on, say caviar. Caviar. What? Come on, man. Say it.
Ritz.
Ritz. You want some crackers? You can have anything you want. You want some crackers? Get this man some Ritz crackers.
Ritz. I have no idea.
That's the movie where he comes out of his coma, right?
Kind of, yeah.
Oh, with Robert De Niro.
That's some.
No.
No, I'm
Nope,
thinking of a different
but
one.
I think you're thinking of the right thing. It's Harrison Ford.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah,
I got it. It's fine.
Ritz is the hotel.
It's
not the
regarding.
Right,
It's regarding Henry.
It's exactly what it is. Regarding Henry. Came out in 1991. I had a list of prepositions, people in the chat room, and it is a preposition. Look it up. Look it up. It is.
Brian's educating you, people.
That's right, schooling you. Yeah, I had to pull this up. Now, this movie was directed by Mike Nichols, and it's funny because it came out after a bunch of Harrison Ford action films, right? So you had like Return of the Jedi and the third Indiana Jones movie. You had Patriot Games right around there. You had Frantic and
Air Force One.
Witness, right? Exactly. And this one came out in 1991 and was kind of a different role for him because he's not, it's not a big action film. It's a guy who's kind of an asshole who is a workaholic and kind of ignores his wife, who's having an affair, and ignores his kids, and he's having an affair too, and he gets shot and in a convenience store robbery, and kind of has to start over with everything. Like he has to start learning how to walk again, learning how to speak again. And it's a really, really different role for Harrison Ford, and a really good one. I think it's such a touching movie. Here's the cool thing. Jeffrey Abrams, J.J. Abrams, as he's known now, was the writer of this. So directed by Mike Nichols and written by J.J. Abrams.
I had no idea he wrote that, but I remember loving the movie when it was
Me too.
out.
I don't have any bad thoughts of
Like fond memories. That guy, the guy that played his orderly, I can't remember his name.
Yes. Oh, that guy is so great.
I love him.
I had it pulled up here a minute ago.
He was the one in that clip, everybody. Also,
Yes.
nice Ritz crackers product placement. It's pretty good.
It's great product placement for them.
Yeah.
Shoot, I can't remember. I had his name up in front of me a minute ago, and I can't find it. But that's another guy who's been in a bunch of stuff. There we go. Bill Nunn.
Bill Nunn. Okay. Yeah.
Nunn.
No, he's
And,
great. Always good. Affable, funny, great. Good
he
actor.
was Robbie Robertson in all the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies.
Oh, right. Yeah. That's right. Okay. I was trying to think where I'd seen him more recently. Excellent. Nice pick.
So there you go. Streaming on Netflix regarding Henry. And if you have not seen it and you're a big Harrison Ford fan, you definitely go check it out because it's really, really good.
I'm going to make the kids watch it this weekend, maybe. Yeah. Because I like it. All right. Let's, as is the tradition, do mine. Here's a clip. It's about 20 seconds long. Let's see if you guys can figure this out. Brian, I'm looking mainly at you because if you don't, I'll be surprised. Here you go.
Okay.
Living on a lighted stage, approaches the unreal. For those who think and feel in touch with some reality beyond the gilded cage.
Any guesses?
Rush?
Well, it is
It's a
Rush.
Rush
Definitely Rush. It's
definitely
it
Rush.
has that Geddy Lee singing Limelight.
That is definitely Geddy Lee.
And what's the movie though?
It's a documentary.
It is a documentary, and I just saw it. Not too long ago.
Behind, Below.
You're so close. You're so close.
Above the music.
Oh, you're so close. It's called Beyond the Stage.
Beyond the Stage. Okay.
Now, I cheated a tiny bit. It's called Rush: Beyond the Stage.
Rush colon.
Rush colon is the worst condition.
That's where you want to have a rush colon, is behind the stage.
Yeah, that's the only place you want it. It's awesome. I loved it. I loved every second of it. I thought it was wonderful. Even if you don't even like the band or think they were overrated or just didn't care, it's still just, I love documentaries about people in music who are old now that still are together doing it. Like, it's just insane. I didn't even know about their other guy that they used to have. There's old video of the guitarist guy telling his parents off and leaving home to go be a musician. I don't know where they got that freaking footage. I love the side story that Neil Peart never flies to any gigs. He hops on a motorcycle, Jeff Sire style, and rides that thing to wherever he needs to go.
Wow.
He's super adventurous that way. He's fascinating in this. He doesn't do any of the handshake, signy stuff ever. He just goes back to the hotel or goes somewhere else. He can't stand it. He hates that stuff. It's really good. Really, really good. And it just kind of looks at the evolution of their music over time and what they're doing now. And it's not pandering to just fans. It gives a real kind of, I don't know, just it's a cool version of what can be done if you really are into what you're doing.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Looks like it's got Billy Corgan, Gene Simmons,
lots of interviews,
Jack Black, like all talking about these guys. It's funny because as a music guy, you'd think I'd see more music documentaries, and I'm horrible at watching those.
Yeah, but you like the concert ones, right? Like the concert doc type stuff, or
a couple. I mean, there's a few I really like. The Last Waltz with the band is I'd even put it in my top 10 list of best movies of all time. The Stop Making Sense, the Talking Heads concert film by it was not Scorsese.
I really like that Jimmy Page and Jack White and Edge.
Oh yeah.
That
Mike
was
Get Loud.
That was great.
Right?
Get Loud, was it? Yeah, that was great. Anyway, up on Netflix right now. You can get it. It's Rush Beyond the Stage, and I think it's super
really cool.
Super rad.
Cool.
And watching you struggle for a B word was great. Nicole, it's
the B word in Apartment 23.
It's
Jonathan
your
Demme,
turn.
by the way, was
Jonathan Demme, right?
Yeah,
he used to do a bunch of those. Yeah. All right, Nicole, lay it on us. What do you got?
So I don't have a clip because we changed our podcasting rig and we can't figure out why can't pop.
I love it. I wish there were bets before the show. Have the Spags change their podcasting rig today.
Let's clarify this. Mark is we needed to change the system because of streaming and whatever.
Yeah.
So that's caused a whole new, and we just got the new system and we're still working out the kinks.
Sure.
And that's why I'm not in the chat room right now.
Right.
So none of my stuff is loaded.
Yeah.
But I actually found a number of movies to choose from. At first I was like, I hate this damn theme.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going through and Netflix and I'm typing about and before and in. And the one I settled on is it's a drama. It's independent. You would have never have gotten it. I had never heard of this movie before I did my search.
Okay.
It's recently it's new on Netflix, so I just noticed it a few weeks ago. Mm-hmm. And it's a 2014 film, independent movie with a side part with Ron Perlman. That's the only famous actor in this movie that I know.
Weird.
And it's called Before I Disappear.
Oh, this is familiar to me.
And it's a story about a guy who he's clearly depressed and he's suicidal, and it's a night of his life, the night he decides to end his life, and his sister calls him and says they've been estranged for years, and she's like, I really need you. I'm in a situation. You need to pick up my daughter. Mm-hmm. So he meets his niece, and the relationship that forms there, and definitely emotional. I was really surprised by it. I really enjoyed the film.
Oh, it has Richard Schiff in it. I love Richard Schiff. He was on. He played the character Bruce Warham. He's on West Wing.
Oh, okay. See, I never watched West Wing.
Love that guy. He's great.
So he plays the guy that's the suicidal guy.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool.
And he lives in New York, and there's the whole storyline with the family and where they how they grew up and the relationship with the sister. And Ron Perlman is he works for Ron Perlman in like this shady club, and Ron Perlman is very Perlman-y. I don't know. He's just gritty, you know. He's just like.
Yeah.
Oh, my wife would
you
like.
don't hire Ron Perlman for kind of the sweet rom-com.
Right.
No, not for his looks for sure. Paul Wesley, who's in this, my wife would know because I knew he looked familiar, but he's in that Vampire Diaries show that she freaking loves for who knows why. So yeah, there's a few sort of ish B-level actors in this.
It was a surprising movie for me.
Oh wow! He actually wrote it, directed, and stars in it. Sean Christensen.
Yeah, most of his work is writing. It looks like he looks familiar to me too, and I don't know why. His face.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at his list, and I don't think I've seen anything he's in, but he's something about him. This looks great, and look, it's nicely reviewed. People like it.
Yeah, I was like, oh, suicide. I mean, heavy topic.
Yeah.
And yeah, it didn't. I mean, there was some really touching moments, but there's a lot of hope in that movie.
Yeah. Well, good.
Someone struggling with depression, and you're kind of watching him go through that process, and of course, you know, before I disappear, him disappearing. So again, and he's trying so hard to off himself, and it just isn't working out for him that night.
Wow.
And thankfully, you know. It's a really good movie. I really like it.
By the way, if you really want to be blown away by a small fact, the girl that plays the young girl,
I recognize her.
She's the voice of Dora the Explorer.
Oh, no way, really?
How cool is that?
That's awesome.
I'm the map. Well, she's not singing that part. Excellent. Well, there's 3 fine selections. Any bonuses today?
No.
Okay.
Well,
that's all right. You don't have to have bonus every time.
That's okay.
That's totally fine. Not a big deal at all. We're in the middle of season 3 of Hell on Wheels. That's a show I really, really love.
Oh, I love Hell on Wheels.
Yeah.
It's coming back middle of July.
Yeah,
so
very excited.
in a couple weeks.
We got to catch up and then get the new ones. Very excited about that show. Say what?
I will say, Brian, I'm watching Orange is the New Black.
Yeah.
Not digging it.
The whole thing, like the starting of
I'm on like episode 4
of the first season.
With it.
Yeah.
I think it gets better. There's a couple storylines and the recurring ones throughout the whole season that I'm like, okay. But
there's a lot to. I think that show's really good. It rubbed Kim the wrong way though. She doesn't like it. She finds it really depressing. So she doesn't. I mean, it's about a women's prison and people.
Right.
So there's humor in there obviously because they find it, but she just couldn't deal. So I said, well, I'll probably keep with it, and I've really enjoyed it. So I'm with Brian in that it gets better for sure. But it may not it may not win you over. I don't know.
Mark is done with it. He's like, I don't want to watch it anymore.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's watching Sons of Anarchy, so I'm finishing up Orange is the New Black.
Best thing about Sons of Anarchy, it's got that, at least the first season. I don't know how it goes after that because I'm not caught up, but it has that dude from Waterworld that asks if you've ever seen Paper. You ever seen Paper? Kim Coates.
Kim Coates, right? Yes, and of course, plenty of Ron Perlman there too.
He's my favorite. Smell it, paper. Anyway, well, excellent, Nicole. I'm glad you're feeling good, and I'm glad that better, I should say.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that we got to do this again, and may we be able to do it again next week. With what theme do we know?
I don't have my theme list here, so I wanted to see if either one of you or Brian wanted to pick the theme for next week.
All right, I got one for you.
Movies that contain a pejorative in the title.
Actually, I don't hate that idea. I like these word things. I like word things.
I was thinking like maybe an actor, a genre.
Okay, let's do an actor.
I like this better,
Let's go crazy and say Tom Cruise.
Oh, crazy.
Actually, you know what? I back up. Let's do Ron Perlman since we just talked about it.
Oh, okay.
There is a lot of stuff on Netflix with Ron Perlman.
I think that Netflix has an arrangement to stream every Ron Perlman movie ever.
I know.
In perpetuity.
I know. So I feel like that'll give us a nice broad.
Is it confirmed that Hellboy 3 is happening?
I don't know if it's confirmed, but I've heard rumblings.
I have too. Yeah. And I'm very excited about that news.
I'm hearing a rumbling now, but that's because I had just a banana.
I'm going to recommend it Before I Disappear, and it looks really good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
You should watch it.
It's got Ron Perlman in it. All right, Nicole. It's Nicole Spag on Twitter. Take it easy. Have fun, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye. Enjoy your Prime Music. They're terrible.
Those of you who have the Bye Guys space, you can check that one off.
people are calling me.
Ron Perlman is
Yeah.
apparently in something called Infinity Champions League cheerleading event.
What the hell is that? What
Well,
kind of
it is
psycho?
fictional. I thought this was like a.
That's really weird.
With the
No, it isn't
computer, as
documentary.
with any tool, the concept and direction must come from the man.
The man is Tom Merritt, and he is on the line now. Hello, Tom.
I am on the line now. Scott and Brian, how are you?
We're fine, Thomas P. Merritt. It's nice to have you.
Dateline Los Angeles.
You're
Did you have a good birthday?
Yeah. How was your birthday?
Yes, I did. Thank you for asking.
Oh, so you're the ripe old age of we don't have to say on the air, do we?
45.
45. Ah, you're about to you're a
And
year
let me tell
behind
you,
me.
emphasis on the first half.
Yeah.
You're in a whole
Party.
new demographic now.
Yeah. You don't get the cheaper Denny's
Oh, right,
meal.
yeah.
But
No longer
Well, wait,
in the
is it
25
18
to 44.
or 18 to 45? My last year of the demo.
the demo I thought was 18 to 49, I thought.
18 to 34 is all they really care.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. If you're
Let
really
that demo behind.
Yeah.
long gone.
I thought it was 18 to 49, but I may have that wrong in my head.
Yeah.
Maybe
yeah.
that's wishful thinking.
Don't push me out of the demo yet, Ibbot.
Yeah, keep me in. Tom Merritt comes on the show, does Tech Time with Tom, and does it every Wednesday, and it's always fun. I always like Wednesdays because it's a little tech in the morning, and then I'm on DTNS later in the day.
So, tech in the morning.
Double tech. Tom, what's happening in the world? What's going on?
I guess it's Beats Radio Apple Music Fallout Day. I say that because the top story on Tech Meme right now is iPhone 6S to double LTE speeds.
Whoa.
Wow.
How are they going to do that without hosing me on my plan? That's weird.
They're just going to have a new chip that takes advantage of the faster LTE. That's all.
All right. Faster LTE standards that
I mean,
are
really-
probably...
So this requires new hardware, not just.
Be
Yeah.
clear, 9 to 5 Max Mark Gurman, excellent track record with these sorts of leaks and rumors, so
Yeah.
probably has a good chance of being true.
Yeah.
But also don't care.
Yeah, I don't care that much.
Oh wow, so you mean the next iPhone will have a better chip?
Yeah, shocking.
Shocker.
Yeah, write that one down.
If you're really into the iPhone and you dig up all the rumors, there's lots of good details in here. I don't mean to disparage that, but it's not like, next iPhone will have 3D or something surprising. It's like, oh yeah, I would expect it to be more efficient and be able to run, a little faster LTE modem. That's cool to know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Honestly, it's all about Apple Music. Did you guys talk about it? Did you
A little
get all
bit.
talked out about it yesterday?
A little bit this morning.
Yeah.
I didn't try it until yesterday afternoon or get it going until yesterday afternoon. And I haven't tried any of the desktop integration stuff with iTunes or any of that. So I haven't messed with any of that, so I can't
I
speak
don't know
to
if
it.
that stuff wasn't available when I tried to.
They're rolling that out slow. Like
Yeah.
I
iTunes
finally
update.
got the new iTunes update yesterday afternoon around 4.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I haven't tried since, so who knows? But I really quite like it. It's
I like that it's worldwide.
Worldwide
It's
radio here on Beats One. Now listen to music you'll never
Trying
buy.
to make it sound more like a Kiwi because Zainto is from Oakland.
Well, here's my question.
But I really can't do a good Kiwi accent. It always ends up just being blandly English.
Well, you make me want to eat a kiwi. Here's my question though to you. Maybe this is a good thing to ask. I don't know, and I'm sure we'll talk more about it later
I'll
today.
tell you.
But do you feel like a curated single radio station that is a 24-hour station with actual DJs running music? It's a human curated radio station. And again, this isn't all that it is. Beats One is a part of the
Small
overall
part.
package. Some would say a big part. I would say kind of a cool part. Brian would say, who knows? It's a part. Let's just say that. I kind of like it. It's a weird, daring, kind of audacious thing to do. But I think it's only that in the face of the fact that everything seems to have, over the last few years, moved to on demand, whether it be podcasting or some other technology or service, and away from one channel, with all the music. Do you know what I'm saying? Like multiple genres, all kind of trying to be handled on one channel all day, every day, is different. It's a different mode. And I don't know, my head is kind of in a weird place on it because in some ways it seems kind of cool. In other ways it seems like an old way of doing it.
Yeah. It's an interesting question. I while you were forming that very astute question, I was trying to find some data about radio listenership. And Vox Media has a story from May that radio listenership is stable. According to a Pew Research Center report, 92% of the listening public still listens to AM/FM radio. That percentage hasn't changed much over the last 10 years, even with the advent of the internet. 39% of Americans listen to online radio. These stats measure the listening public of America, so there's overlap among these two stats, they say.
Yeah.
But essentially, what I'm taking for this is that people still want curated music. They still want radio. They want to just turn it on and know that some tunes are going to play that they enjoy.
Yeah.
So going back to your question, do we want pop radio, country radio, rock radio, or is there room for somebody who's like, we're just going to play great music?
Well, and they've given us both, because the stations tab is that. It's Beats 1, which is, DJ oriented, whatever, all day, and you're getting world music mixed with hip hop, mixed with house music, like all these different genres all day. But then below that, you've got all of the sub-genre stuff. I want classic
those
rock.
were already there, right?
Yeah. No, I knew they were there.
Yeah.
But
some people think they're new, right?
Yeah, not new, but the way that they're integrated now, it makes sense that they're all in the same place.
And they're now curated by the Beat staff, which makes the content.
Correct. And so I listened to the chill mix yesterday a ton of time. It was great, really good stuff. So I guess that's the analog to, well, where is it on my radio dial? I like alternative, so I'm going to go to 96.3 and listen to alternative. No, I want classical. It's on 89.3 or whatever. This is kind of doing that, like all the services have already sort of kind of been doing.
Yeah.
The audacious part is this one live thing where people can screw up on the air, and they've had a few glitches where mics weren't turned off, and like regular radio station stuff. Yeah, a couple of blank air moments. I know some server problems yesterday.
They had a server outage for a short period of time in the afternoon.
On day one, you kind of expect that, but like just these moments where it's like, all right, we're off the air, and you're like, no, you're not off the air. In a way, I really like that kind of raw.
Yeah, I love that feel, right?
Yeah, and maybe that's so. Maybe what's happening here is it's a combination of what you said. There needs to be a transition point with a stable radio listening audience to still find kind of that same experience in this format. We're not really thinking of those people. We're not talking about early adopters here. We're talking about people that would find something cool and familiar about that. So that accomplishes that, but it also creates this weird layer of energy that you don't get with the other stuff. Everything else feels like a computer did it, and this one part makes you feel, oh, there's this active thing happening that's got people and blood and breath in it.
And that's the blessing and the curse, right? That was all the rage in the 70s, and it was called album-oriented radio. The DJs picked songs off of albums that they liked. They didn't just pick the hits. They didn't pick the singles.
The heavy rotation, yep.
Yeah, and they created sounds, and people had favorite DJs because they liked the sounds that they picked. And Beats One is trying to recapture a little bit of that feel. The problem with that model, and the reason that it declined, is that not everybody likes every DJ in that case. And Eileen and I listened to a lot of Beats One yesterday, and we both noticed that she didn't hear the Zane Lowe part. The Zane Lowe part I thought was interesting. I'm like, okay, these are all interesting choices. They're a little all over the place. I'm not sure I love it, but I haven't heard a song that I don't like or that I'm bored by. So that's good. And he's got a weird energy that I was kind of making fun of on DTNS yesterday, but it's a good energy. He's good at what he does.
Sure.
Like it makes you feel pumped up. The DJ that came after him and the other DJs, they played a different mix of music, and I felt like it was a little more boring. And that's just my taste, right? I'm not saying that they're wrong with the music they picked, but that's what's going to happen. You're going to like the personal selections of some people more than others. That just makes sense. I think what we liked the most, we were in the car listening to St. Vincent's mixtape, which is the artist St. Vincent, picking songs for a person. So they send in a letter, which is recorded. They play the person reading their letter, and then they pick songs for that person. They make a mixtape for that person based on the situation they're describing. And it was fantastic. Really, honestly, it was just a bunch of 80s dance songs. And if I had picked the 80s dance channel, I would have been perfectly bored by it.
Probably would have heard, yeah, right.
Right? But it was this 11-year-old girl who was so cute and precocious and saying, I love to like just dance in my room and sing it in my hairbrush. And so St. Vincent said, okay, well, I'm going to pick some songs that maybe you don't know because they're older, but they're great dance songs. And you're listening to it now with a story in your mind. And then they did this great thing where they come back and St. Vincent interviews the girl, and it's just cute as hell, right?
Oh, yeah. That's really cute.
Yeah. So I'm like, you need stuff like that. Then suddenly I'm all into it. And I think that's what they're trying to do by hiring these big names like Ebro and Zane Lowe, and saying, hey, it's all going to be personality driven and curated music for music lovers. It definitely feels like a Sirius XM type of station. I don't know, man. I think it's really cool, and I think I kind of want it to succeed, but I don't know if it can. I don't know. It's worldwide though, and they're not advertising supported. Their whole purpose is to like get people to subscribe to Apple Music and buy things in the iTunes store. So maybe it will work.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. I do like the feature where it's like I'll hear something there and I can immediately add that song to a playlist or put it somewhere else or download it or buy it or whatever. And that's cool. Yeah, I don't know. I like it. And the energy, while I'm with you on the whether that works or not question is yet to be answered, there's something really kind of weirdly fascinating about it. And adding a live aspect has kind of got my interest peaked. So, yeah, we're going to give it a go.
I'd love to ask somebody who's spent a decade or more crafting musical shows around stories what their opinion of the channel is.
Well, and that one I haven't listened to. I've listened to the Beats One radio, and then I listened to just the alternative mix. I don't think it was the actual station. So that one I've got to check out. But that whole St. Vincent
that's just a Beats One show, right? It just comes
that was on the regular Beats One radio station.
Yeah, it was on.
Oh, see, okay, I didn't hear anything like that.
I think it was on at like 6:00 p.m. Pacific.
See, and
I would have liked a lot more than the hip hop stuff that I heard when I tuned in.
And therein lies the issue, because Brian, you're talking about a thing you really would have loved to have heard.
Yeah,
and it's not on demand. It's like this weird dichotomy, you know.
Only there was a way to hear these shows when you want to hear them at your time, as opposed to when they air on the radio.
Right, because you can do that with everything else in the service, just like we're all getting used to and liking. And I don't know, it's very odd. It's like this podcast. If it was your only chance was to hear it this morning, well, that's some good old fashioned traditional radio right there. Yeah, right, exactly. But we give them this other thing. So I don't know. Maybe that'll evolve over time.
I need to explore it a little bit more. Obviously, the day that I'm doing the aforementioned decade-long music show, I won't have any time today, but this weekend I'm going to try and fire it up for a while and kind of listen, explore it a little bit. Maybe get in a couple hours with Beats One Radio and hear more of the variety instead of I had it on for maybe about 15 minutes during somebody's hip hop station or hip hop show.
Was that yesterday evening?
It was yesterday about 4 o'clock, 3 or 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Well,
we heard, yesterday evening they were playing a bunch of hip hop, but they also played Mumford and Sons.
Oh, really?
Right. Like they went from Dre. Well, I may have this backwards, but I think it was Dre to Mumford and Sons to who's the guy who raps on Bad Blood?
Neil Sedaka.
That's not Neil Sedaka.
But they sure are playing up the fact that she conceded to be on Apple Music, aren't they? It's like
Kendrick Lamar. Thank you.
Kendrick. Yeah, that's
Lamar,
right.
Okay.
I'm thanking my own brain, by the way. I just remembered it. I don't know why I said thank you. Kendrick Lamar. But anyway, and that's the mix, right? It's like, whoa, where did Mumford and Sons come from in there?
That's really interesting. And okay.
Yeah, it's pretty eclectic at times. We'll see how it goes. Later today on DTNS, we'll talk about it more. Tom, anything else you'd like to mention today?
Yeah, we got Peter Wells on the show with us from Australia.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what our main topic will be. It's up for grabs, but we definitely have a couple emails about Apple Music, so we will touch on that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And don't forget, folks, if you want some Scott Johnson art in a handy book form, it's also got a bunch of facts that I dug up about tech history. It's called The Year in Tech History, and you can find it at tommerrittbooks.com.
I think that'd be great. After this Extra Life Kickstarter, what better companion book could there be than the other one that I drew stuff for? So get that. And plus,
Happy
Tom's facts are
Canada
great.
Day, everyone.
Yeah, good job, Canadians. Sorry about everything else. All right. Tom Merritt, everybody. Take it easy, and I'll see you today at 2:30 Mountain.
You got it.
Bye now.
See ya.
All right. I think I just noticed I might have locked up again. That's not good, Brian.
Oh, no.
Hold on. Let me see if it happened.
It's been a while.
It's been a long time. Let's see. Oh, apparently it's happening. Help, it's happening. Hang in there, everybody. That's so annoying. Meanwhile, I got a voicemail from unknown. Should we see who this was? No. Don't call it. Don't call it. Oh, I got to call back the dental office. 'Cause we got mad love. Something, something, something. Bad love. Okay, let's open everything up. Should have saved where we were. We'll find out the hard way. Freaking lockups, dude.
Oh, no.
Hold on. Take it easy, and I'll see you today at 2:30 Mountain.
You got it.
Bye now. Okay. Okay, let's get back in the call. Okay, we should be okay. Sorry, chat. I apologize. We're back. No, we don't want to answer. We don't want to call Tom back. Crap. Just want to call Brian. Hello. That's weird. Hold on. Okay, let's try that again. That's weird. It says Brian's busy. Brian, you pick up call. Pick up call, Brian. What are you doing? Brian, pick up call. What the heck, man? I done lost him. Huh. Come on, Brian Ibbett. Let me text him, see what's up. That's annoying. Boy, these new Skype ads are going to kill me. Maybe his stuff went down. Oh, I know why. Yeah, I got Adam on this side. Hello.
Better.
Oh, what the heck?
Yeah, it was trying to join call. It was like constantly going join call, join call. Join call.
I got stuck in some Skype loop.
Weird.
Okay, sorry everyone. We're back. I don't know what the hell happened there. Damn lockup. Well, I knew what happened. I locked up. All right, I'm going to. Okay, we're back. We're recording. Everything's good. Oh, Brian, send me video if you think about it.
Oh yeah, sure.
Sorry. I suppose I should have the notes in front of me here. Oh yeah, here they are. I got some notes for the show that we do.
There you go.
Hey, I'm going to do some emails.
Yeah, I like emails.
Yeah, emails are good. Let's do some emails and calls. We'll start with this email that says, Dear Sleeve and Bodysuit, I'm listening to Monday's show where Brian is talking about people with tattoos not being allowed in the pool. This is totally a Yakuza thing. In Japan, tattoos are almost exclusively associated with people in the Yakuza underground. Most public baths will not allow you in if you have an obvious tattoo. Well, why wouldn't the Yakuza guy just be a jerk and like force his way in, though?
Well, they'll stop him. I mean, they'll keep him from doing that.
All right. If you have one on your butt, it's fine because you're wearing a bathing suit. Well, not in Brian's bath, they weren't.
No bathing suit at all. So if you had one on your butt, it would be in plain view.
Some of the more progressive places are more than okay with tattoos, associated them with American culture rather than Yakuza culture. My wife has a tattoo of a horse on her lower leg, for example. We know that if she is allowed in a bath, she will probably have to cover it up with a bandana around her leg. Damn it.
Banana.
She's
people are saying that I'm roboty or echoey.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know why. You sound great to me.
Okay. Never mind then.
Oh. It was a second ago. Yeah, right when you switched on video, that always happens. Yeah, they're just...
Simmer down, people.
Yeah,
Give it a second to
They just can't calm down quick enough, and they heard it a minute and a half later, so that's why. Anyway, where was it? We don't know if she's allowed in a bath. She'll probably have to cover it up with a bandana around her leg. She's white, so we have a decent chance of finding a place that would allow it. I'm Japanese. I'm thinking about getting a tattoo to represent my time in the military, but I will wait until after we go to Japan, because places would probably be will not be as lenient towards me, even though I would have an American-style tattoo and not a Japanese-style one. Demo Jitsuin wa Desaku Desu. Tom.
Oh, that's funny. I can't believe you said that.
I can't either. Oh, man, it's the radio, man. Easy.
I don't know.
Tom Nakao? That's how you say that?
I'm sure that's love the show, though, in Japanese.
Probably is.
Nakao, yeah.
Yeah. Cool name.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for the email. That clears things up on that stuff. How about some calls? We got one here from... What's this one? Oh, guy needs a new job.
Morning, Scott. Brian, I've got a question. A bit of a problem. In a couple of months, my contract of work will be up, and I'll have to change jobs. And I saw this really, really cool job opening the other week. And people always tell you that I should dress for the job that I want. Well, maybe one of your listeners would be able to help me. Does anybody know where I might find a red jumpsuit and a double-necked guitar with a built-in flamethrower? Love the show, though.
That's what everybody wants now. Forget real jobs.
That's funny.
Everybody wants to be a guitar guy in Fury Road. So Patrick in France, tell me if you have this deal in Colorado, but he has a thing where he pays a monthly subscription to see any movie he wants as many times as he wants at a movie theater.
Yeah, like basically you pay annually and or is it monthly? And you can go to the theater as much as you want.
Do you have that option?
No.
I don't either. I think I'd do it. I might do it.
I would have done it back in the 90s.
Not so much now? You don't think the selection is what it used to be?
No, I just don't think I have the time to go see movies as much these days.
Yeah.
Let's see here. AMC Theaters tested a movie-a-day subscription service.
In the States?
In Colorado, even.
Oh.
Here it was right here. $35 a month or $45 if you wanted to do IMAX or real 3D. So it was a Movie Pass, and you could buy... as of January 5th, for a limited time, you could buy for $35 a month. You could go see any movie at any AMC theater, but you could see participants may see any movie only once.
Oh,
so if you like the movie,
yeah, I wouldn't do it that way. Patrick says anything he wants as many times as he wants. It's all you can eat. Yeah, very curious about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
One day it'll happen, man. You watch. It's coming. It's coming. All right, we got another thing about segments.
I mean, hey, Scott
Johnson. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm thinking just, $35, even if you can't see movies more than once, that's not bad because you can always just pay another $8 and see a movie a second time if you really want to.
Yeah, and I don't go enough.
I don't know.
I'm with you on the time. I don't have the time I used to have. Plus, sometimes I'd just rather plop down on my own couch and watch something. So, yeah, I don't know if this is really for me. But, I think this is how theaters are going to have to compete. They're going to have to come up with cool ideas like this.
Actually, it looks like it is still available here in Colorado, and I'm looking at a map of theaters that support it, and there's about 7 right around me.
Now, if they would only do reserved seating.
You know what? One of these theaters does have it. The Flatiron Crossing AMC has reserved seating. I think we're going to start going there.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. All right, here's this.
Hey, Scott Johnson. When are you going to rename the intro to the morning stream, the new segment called Scott Has a Problem at the Doctor's Office?
Listen, every time I go, there's something weird happens. It's the dentist, it's the eye guy. It doesn't matter. Somebody, a nurse or a front desk person or the doctor themselves, they all do weird stuff. Every time I go, I'm not planning on it. It's just the way it goes. It's also the same thing that happens if I go to a Burger King or a freaking Walmart. Everybody everywhere is crazy. Fart gas and explosive tip and...
You just happen to attract. You're like the weird interaction magnet.
I don't get it. I don't understand it. Okay, my doctor follow-up on Monday was fine. No problems there. I didn't have any stories to tell there. So sometimes it works out. It's fine. Or did I tell you, clean bill of eye health? Guy says everything looks great. No scarring. Everything's good.
Oh, good.
So,
Good.
He says I'm
what
probably...
what did he say about that haloing thing?
He said that is just common with the kind of lens I have, and in the position that it's in that eye, it's just going to cause more of that. But it only happens with like bright, like car lights or something. and it's not like I can't see. It's just something I notice. So
Okay.
he says,
All
yeah,
right.
that's just normal. So it's all good. We have one final call. I don't remember what it's about. Here it is.
Hey, Scott, Brian, this is Chris from Philadelphia, calling for TMS. I had something happen over the weekend. I thought I would bring it up to you guys and get your opinion on what you would have done. I had my 9-year-old's birthday party on Saturday, this past Saturday, and I had about 10, 11, 12 girls there, like 9 to 10 years old. And our next door neighbor, who happens to be a Vietnamese, which it is what it is, and he was sitting out on his back step smoking a cigarette, and we're all out there doing our party thing, and the guy just got up and dropped his drawers and started mowing the lawn in his underwear. And I didn't say anything. I was a little bit more weirded out by it because of the kids being there, but again, I didn't say anything. What do you think you would have done?
I think I'd have done just what he did. I'd just laugh and tell the story. That's really great.
Oh my God, that's a little. That's really funny. Just like, smoke a cigarette. You know that lawn needs mowing, but boy, these clothes feel so cumbersome.
Just yank them off. That's a great thing. You know, they only do that in
China.
All right, great.
That's what I hear.
That's what I hear too. That's it for calls. Thank you guys for sending them in. 801-471-0462 for your voicemails. Emails come to us at themorningstream@gmail.com. As always, we're at frogpants.com/TMS. You want to help unlock more Kickstarter levels for the myextralife.com definitive collection book? You can go to myextralife.com/book. It'll take you straight there. On Twitter, we're at morningstream, at Scott Johnson, at Coverville today at 2 p.m. 2 p.m.
That's right, 2 p.m. Mountain, coverville.com/live, or of course Alpha Geek Radio and Alpha Geek Video you can watch.
Or you'll celebrate Harry Debbie's birthday.
Right.
Excellent. Brian, let's leave them with music, shall we?
Okay, let's do that.
All right.
Let's see. Scott T wrote in and said, "Good morning, Han and Chewy. This is my first song request. The dating world isn't as easy as it used to be, so I could use some help. I would like to request a cover of Queen's Somebody to Love. That would be the extra boost I need to get back out there. Thank you." Signed, Scott T. Well, sure. Anything we can do to help. We should have a speed dating thing at Nerdtacular. Just all the singles in a room, and we'll speed date them.
Sure.
We'll make that happen during board game time.
Sure.
It'll be speed dating and board games.
Yeah.
How about a cover of Somebody to Love?
Okay.
How about a cover that mashes it up with Alguien a quien amar, which is Spanish for somebody to love? This is Alex Sintek from a 1997 Spanish album called Queen, Los Grandes del Rock en Español, which is Spanish for the bigs of rock in Spanish.
Wow. Okay. The Nino. Excellent.
Right. Somebody to Love, Alguien a quien amar. This is really cool. I mean, it starts out feeling like the original Queen version, but it changes very dramatically in a really, really cool way. It is Alex Sintek, and it's Somebody to Love.